Hey, what's going on, guys and gals? In this particular video, we're going to be going over some input values here when you set up your board. And you know, I've always said you need to be between a negative 15 and a negative 18 dBs. Okay, and we're going to see why right here. So I'm going to come up to the monitor here, and what I've got, this is my signal chain. The destination is mix bus 1 for this sine wave. And right here, we're going to start at a negative 15 dB. Okay, so I've got this sent to the mix bus. As you can see, everything is 0 here. Okay, right here. Over here on the mains, everything is zeroed right here. We're going to come back to the channel. And as you can see right here, the trim is 0 dB. Okay, so let's go ahead and start that tone. Now, the first thing people try and discredit is your meters. Okay, so we're going to check these meters out here. Now, as you can see, the meter on the X32 rack, I think it's kind of hard for me to see it where I'm at right now. But I think it's probably about 4, maybe 3 LEDs, okay, into the warning zone. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring up our meters here. And this is reflecting everything that I was just telling you, okay? So everything's coming in there the way that we want it to. There's our mix bus right there. There's our main left and right there, okay? Now over here on the right, I'm going to bring this up approximately 6 dBs, and this is going to put me into the clip range, okay? Somewhere right around in there, I think it's going to start clipping. Maybe just a tad bit more. Like I said, it's kind of hard for me to see over there, but you can see the little red light here coming on. And you can see over here that it's coming on. Okay? Now the channel input has not changed whatsoever. All right, so let's go ahead and bring this back down to 0. And let's go ahead and jump over to Reaper now. Okay, everything stays the same. Okay, so here we are in Reaper, guys. Now, as you can see, everything's still at the negative 15. Here's the Luff meters in Reaper. The negative 16.9. It could be a little bit closer to 16. I'm not going to sweat less than 1 dB. Okay, because we're talking about the AES recommended volume levels, okay, for streaming audio. And that's between the negative 16 and the negative 20 LUFS. LUFS stands for loudness unit full scale. Okay, and all that is just simply a type of measurement instead of using the RMS, which stands for root mean squared. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at our meter here because we can actually change this. Right now, our reference level is a negative 18, and that's why it's putting us 3 dBs over. Okay, so if I change this to a negative 15, then it should bring us pretty close to 0. And there we go. Okay. Now, as you can see right now, it's putting me 0.1 dB is what it's saying it's peaking at. If you look over here at the Luff meters, you'll see to where this is actually hasn't really moved all that much because nothing's moved over here where we're going to do it with the tone. Okay. So if we bring this down to a negative 18 and we give these meters a chance to catch up with us right here, okay, you'll see that where they will start to change now. So over here, okay, you'll see the input meter has dropped down to that negative 18. And up here, we're going to now change this back to a negative 18. And that's going to bring us back over here to our 0. If we click and max it out, then you'll see again. So this is telling me that our meters are a 0.1 difference, okay, between this negative 18 right here, okay, and this meter. I'm showing a 0.1 dB difference. The point that I'm making is simply this, okay, look at the LUFS over here. The loudness unit full scale. This meter has basically been unchanged. because of the type of measurement that it's taking. Okay? So let's see if we can bring this up right here, and we're going to change this to our VU meter. Okay? This is what you're looking at on an analog board. There's that negative 18. When I just keep making a statement, this is closest as you can get to analog, to the analog 0. Okay? Analog recording or using the boards is totally different than digital. Anything louder than 0 dBs in digital audio will clip. Clipping is never a good thing, especially on your stream. Now, keep in mind, all we have done is we have dealt with one channel coming in. Okay? So all the meters are lining up. Everything's looking just exactly the way that it should be. And if you can't understand from this video, okay, here's your peak standard. Right there, negative 18, negative 18. This meter at this point is absolutely dead on with what I'm putting out here, okay, with this sine wave. Okay, and that's what it is right there. This is a negative 18 dB sine wave. Okay, so when I tell you it should be between a negative 15 and a negative 18 on your boards, okay, let's go ahead and jump back over to X32 edit now. Then guys, that's just exactly what I mean, okay? If you're a volunteer, if you're running a church and you're trying to train these volunteers, okay, then you need to allow them to have as much headroom as they can possibly get. Because when you start stacking these channels up and you start getting, okay, and you start maxing out your board and you've got all these other channels in there and you don't have something set properly, you're not going to have that 6 dB range anymore before you start clipping. You could have maybe 1 dB or 2 dBs. It's impossible for me to tell you what it would be because I don't have it hooked up that way. And I can't duplicate every single scenario known to mankind. All right? So if you want to come up here and you want to run your channels hotter, okay, you want to come in here and you want to get these up just as high as you can get them, and you say, well, you know, I can run it up there. I'm running the board and, you know, I need to get that extra dBs in there, that next extra gain input so I can sit there and run my channels. Well, that's all fine and good. Okay, you can pick it up right here, but I guarantee you, you're going to lose it right over here because now look, okay, you're less than 2 dBs right there before clipping. Is that right? Am I looking at that right? Like I said, it's kind of hard for me to see the meters over there on the rack. But if you bring it in here, you're going to lose it here. It's simple, simple mathematics. All right? And that's the end of this video, guys. I hope it helps. I hope it demystifies all of those myths out there on the internet from everybody telling you about what you can and you cannot do with these input gains when it comes to digital audio. All right? Take care. God bless. And we are out of here.